Phillips. I'm your favorite Colorado geology teacher, and I've brought you to an incredibly special place. It's one of my favorite places in the state of Colorado, not only for its beauty, but for its geologic history. If you understand anything about volcanoes, there's different kinds of volcanoes, and some volcanoes erupt not so violently, and others erupt incredibly violently. And some of these incredibly violent eruptions come from stratovolcanoes. And in Colorado, 25 to 26 million years ago, there were 19 calderas. And calderas are stratovolcanoes that erupted incredibly violent and blew their magma chambers out through the sides of the volcano, and the volcano collapsed down into these empty magma chambers. And there'll be links that will show you videos on how calderas are formed. And the amazing thing is that we're standing in the middle of one. And so if you want to glance around, since this is 360 degrees, if you look, you're going to be able to see, and I'm going to point over here, and you can kind of see that you're going to see a rim of mountains to this side over here, and if you follow, you'll see them over here, and they're going to be over here, and all the way over there. And then in the center here, you see this thing called Cochetope Dome. We're going to talk about that here in a second. And this is located in the San Juan Volcanic Field, down by Lake City and Gunnison. Incredibly violent volcanic eruptions that were occurring 25 to 26 million years ago. This particular caldera is large. It may be 10 miles to 15 miles across. It's really kind of hard to tell because when you look at the mountains, they seem closer than they are. We're at about 9,400 feet, so the elevation really hasn't changed that much in this particular time in 25 million years. So what you're looking at is you're looking at a caldera that's had 25 million years worth of weathering and erosion. So it's still very impressive. Now the dome, you can kind of follow me over here. I'm going to point towards it. That's Cochetope Dome. Now Cochetope Dome formed after, so research showed that it formed after the caldera collapsed. And there were eruptions that occurred about 9 million years that formed this large volcanic dome in the center of, or close to the center of the caldera. An example is that when Mount St. Helens erupted, the dome is there's still a dome that's forming on the inside from eruption. So it's an incredibly fascinating area, and in fact one of the really amazing things is that about 26 million years ago there was an eruption called the Lagarita caldera, and it made Yellowstone look tiny. When it erupted, it was one of the major volcanic eruptions that Earth had ever seen. And it's pretty neat to think it happened in Colorado, but it blew superheated ash and gas for hundreds of miles in all directions. And so a lot of these rocks that you see on the ground and stuff, these are all volcanic ash and flows that had come out. So again, one of my favorite places in Colorado is sitting in the middle of this caldera and looking at the dome. And again, thank you for watching my channel, and I'm your favorite Colorado geology teacher, and I hope you are learning some wonderful things from this.